Okay, so this is I think this is game 3 of this division. It is the Mayfly Dodgers versus the Disciples of Cenarius, 2-3 game. And let's just look quickly. Pretty equal amount of blocks, however, 2 kills inflicted is a hell of a stat to see. Both teams got an absolute ton of SPP from this match. So I guess we'll see what happened. I mean, 2 kills for 8 armor breaks? Jesus. I don't actually know which players those are on either, because I haven't actually looked at the next game either, so I don't know who died in this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably the niggled kicker. We are in, we're in the Pro Stadium, but really it doesn't matter. We got the tree, of course. Looks like it's sunny. I can already tell based on the, yep, there it is, very sunny. So, yeah, you definitely want the other team to be receiving here. Unfortunately, you're the team that's receiving, because he won the roll, so I completely get why he did that. Yeah, I don't hate this, because you can still get the 2 blocks on the 2 elves, and we're a bit too equally spread out here, though. One thing I would say is, we're on offense, so you probably want to focus up. You definitely want both your blitzers on the same side. Like, you're not going to go to this side. Yeah, he's strength 2, but he's blodge, so he's not really your target. This is your target, so it'd be best to have a second player on this side and this guy over here as well, and this guy should probably be a couple squares over since he's realistically going to be our scoring threat, the guy we want to score on. The kicker, I mean, whatever. The kicker's fine over here. I usually like to have a player like right here, just to make it so that if they get a blitz, they can't end up in my backfield. But I don't like having it like 50-50. Like, he has to set up 50-50 because he doesn't know where you're going to go. I would prefer to see you have more players in this area right here. But other than that, not a bad setup. I don't hate having I'd probably have like this catcher like right here, and then have this guy like 1 square down here, just in case it's a deep kick, because you really want to get the ball up the field. Well, actually, against this team, you probably don't want to get the ball up the field quick. You're probably going to hide your thrower back here somewhere, while your catchers go up here, and then you're going to try to throw and then get the score. So, but we will see what happens. And a War Dancer kicks it, and they get a riot into a catch. Not awful. There's no point in giving it to the thrower. I would just give it right to the catcher. Or, oh yeah, I guess that's right, because you're going to hold it in the back. I wouldn't have done that first, though, by the way. That's still a 2+, so you want to be a bit careful with that. Oh, we get the POW on this one elf, the loner. Sadly, no removal. Don't really have any viable scoring threats left yet, currently, which kind of an odd. I would have preferred to have blitzed him out and then put a couple players over here just as a viable scoring threat. Because he's just going to screen. Also, I would have taken that 2 dice. I would have put a player there to do the hit onto him. Because, like, you don't really need to care that much about trees. Also, you should protect your kicker more, because people are going to want to hit a niggle piece. Especially a kicker, because kickers are so useful. And he gets KO'd. Okay, well, hopefully he wakes up for the next half. It's not like he's super important until then anyway, but... Weird flex that he's just straight up giving you shots at the War Dancer, who's the most viable ball threat. This is a very aggressive elf team. But he is keeping his screen up a little bit. Kind of, not really. I mean, it's pretty easy for you if you wanted to just blitz this dude down and just put like your whole team up here if you felt like it. Because he's giving you lots of shots at it. Yeah, I like the sidestepper over here as the assist because he does have the sidestep, so he's not in danger of being surfed if this goes poorly. Get the POW, nice knockdown. Which is again though why I find it kind of odd that he just straight up just put his strip baller right there. Like, you could easily do a POW. I'm not really sure why you pulled back here. Your ball is no longer safe in this area. Like, you should be putting players up in this area away from the strip ball. Oh, and then we snake the catch. Oof, well, that ball is gone. So he is going to score here, obviously. I can't see any way in which he does not score here. Just a stun, so that's not bad. So he has a... He picks it up with... I don't understand why he didn't use the catcher for that, but okay. So there is still a shot at getting your ball back here. He's not really... Well, he's kind of screened. That's not a screen. Honestly, I feel like at this point I would just take a shot at this catcher and then foul him, but I guess we'll see what happens. Probably make a 3 dice on him. This is a very bizarre screen. Oh, he's finally bringing that war dancer down. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can plan around snaking. It happens sometimes. At this point, yeah, I guess you just kind of pressure the ball. But my blitz target would be this catcher. Yeah, get him. Oh. Well, now I'm just sad. Also, I would have followed that up and moved to the center, but that's just me. It's a 2+ dodge, sure, but I don't think it's really all that unviable. Are we blocking a tree? Are we one-dicing a tree? Oh, we get the POW, though. That's way too many players marked on a tree, though, unless you're going to foul it. I wouldn't hate doing a 4+, 3+ to here. Yeah, there we go. Put a threat on that ball. So... Oh, tree doesn't stand up, so that's good. I mean, he could pretty easily stall here, but I feel like he's not going to because his defense is fairly shoddy. Especially with that guy not going out. He might be able to stall for a turn here, but I don't like his odds. The one upside about facing a team like Wood Elves is that he has so many juicy targets that if he tries to stall, you just knock him down and foul him until he scores. Just gonna walk it. No, he's gonna try to stall there. He's just putting his whole team in there. I really like blitzing this thrower leader. Blitzing him, let's see. I'm just gonna do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's too much work. Still, it's easiest 2 dice. Well, I mean, actually, I guess the easiest 2 dice is the blodge catcher, but that doesn't really help you. Oh. I really do want to see a hit and then a foul on this thrower. That's what I would love, but I know it's 2 GFIs to get to it. I'm not saying I would do it, but no, I would do it. I would foul him. He's got no defensive skills, so... Although, actually, pushing him here... Oh, no, you push him all the way in. Oh, but it gets an injury anyway, so okay. Badly hurt. And he appos it. That's risky. I mean, I guess the leader thrower is his only reroll, which I guess he just lost, so... That's a valid point. I guess he had to appo that, because he has no rerolls otherwise. I totally forgot that when you take out a leader, that's it. You lose the reroll. That's pretty amazing, actually. That makes everything else that he does it's actually quite risky now, because he could dub skull this and give you a shot at the ball. He doesn't, but he could theoretically. Is he gonna do a handoff play? What's going on here? Why? Why would you risk that? With no rerolls on a player that doesn't have catch. Like, he watched you snake a catch earlier. But okay. Alright, so his KO stays out, so it looks like you're 11 on 11, which is not too bad going into this. I mean, obviously it sucks that you snaked a handoff. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. Definitely set up on this one side, push right up, and just try to do a quick 3-turn. 3 turns quite a bit. And hit, I mean, he has so many tasty players to punch in the face, but I like hitting the move up lineman just because he's got no defensive skills. I don't hate this setup. He gets a free reroll, which is the opposite of what we wanted. Okay, yeah, we are going to hit that move up guy, which I totally agree with. God damn it. Your block dice are fairly atrocious. It's time to move up, though. Nope, move him. Move your players before you go to pick up the ball. Because this happens. That's one thing I will, like, before you do any ball-related stuff, like, you need to move your players up here, because you need scoring threats before he can shut them off. This guy doesn't seem like he's all that interested in shutting off scoring. He can get to your ball again, can't he? I need to pause after this guy. Yes, he can. That's what, okay, both catchers have range to it. So another thing, too, like, if you're playing against a team like this, I wouldn't have hated having an extra lineman back here to put in front of the ball in case you snake the pickup. I mean, I know it's unlikely to snake a pickup, but still, it can happen. He's going to go for the ball, I'm assuming, which should be really bad. But, I mean, again, there's not a whole lot you can do when your first dice roll is a snake. I guess technically if you'd thrown a block, it would have gotten rid of the 2 skulls, then you could have used your reroll, but I hate how dice strings work in this game. Tree gives you a punch, but you're fine. And then he successfully gets through, and he's going to base the ball? No? I gotta admit, I don't understand what... He could literally have gone to the ball. He had a shot at a 3+ pickup to steal your ball, but he chose not to. I don't really understand. Stop going for the ball, pick up first. Oh my god. You need sure hands on this dude if he levels. Definitely prioritize sure... I mean, that's why I bought sure hands with my guy. Because I was sick of snaking pickups. Also, blitz before you do ball pickups, always. Just blitz in general first. He gave you a 2 dice on this guy, and you should take it. Or, actually no, 2 dice on the strip ball. At least push him. Although, both work. You need to knock him down, though. Oh, and you get it. Nice, so he's no longer a threat, so I would 100%... You want to put... so one thing, when you're taking on a player that can leap, you want to have a player here or here, because these are the 2 closest sides. Because he's movement 8, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then leap in. If you have a player, probably screening would be a better choice. I mean, he's going to get a 2 dice on the ball no matter, or 1 dice on the ball no matter what with strip ball. just due to the fact that we just couldn't go far enough. Which is one of the reasons I was like, you got to move your players first before you do ball pickups. Because a lot of the plays can be quite risky. Did he forget to blitz? I think he forgot to blitz. Because that should have been a blitz play. So, we got bailed out a little there, but because your dice so far this game have been absolute dog shit, I feel like it's okay. Because your dice have been trash. You snaked a catch, so he got the ball, and then you snaked a pickup, and then he almost got the ball again. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, hit that thrower. Oh, yeah. KO him. Oh, just stunned. He did give you 2 free hits, so definitely take him. And then, yeah, it's turn 8. Just get that ball in. I gotta say, when I saw the score, I didn't realize what had occurred in the beginning. Like, you snaking a catch on, like, turn 2 and giving him the ball, like, that's some pretty atrocious dice. And then snaking a pickup to almost give him the ball, too. Unfortunately, his KO wakes up, so now it's back to 11-10 in his favor. Definitely spread your players out. Let's see. It's turn 8. He can 1 turn. So because he can, honestly, the easiest 1 turn defense is you just set your players up in the back line here, on this row right here. 1 guy here, and then just work across until you filled up all the spots. It's a bit more difficult against a team that can leap like Wood Elves, but typically they don't use their leaper, the War Dancer, as the carrier, because obviously he has the catch built in. Not to say they can't. A lot of people, if they have like a blodge stepping War Dancer, they'll use them for sure. 1 turning is kind of this team's thing, so you got to be careful when you're setting up against it. And if you set up in like the normal like defense against like 2 turns and stuff, it's not going to be super useful because he's going to be able to leap over you. Or blitz a hole. Well, he won't be able to blitz a hole because he's going to need his blitz to get through, but this means that if he manages to push himself through, he can generally leap to make it much easier to score instead of setting up back here. There are 1-turn defenses online as well, which a lot of people do use, which are pretty decent. Is he setting up for a 1-turn, though? Maybe? So he blitzes back here to push here, and then he hits this way to push him there. It's not a very good 1-turn. Realistically, you want your War Dancer here, or the block catcher there to make it safer. He gets another free reroll. Good bounce on the scatter at least. Nice, we're gonna see... Oh, his pickup fails, which is nice at least. This is the first time he's had to use a reroll. And, I mean, there was a bunch of 1s in there, but it worked out. And he gets the push, which is what he needed. Oh, he is going to do the catcher, okay. So he pushes the catcher there, pushes him to there, follows up. This guy does the blitz, that's another push, but he gets the POW. Why did he... That was a mistake. So while that is technically a 1-turnable threat, had he left you standing, he actually had the players here to push again. He would need to, let's see, it's this guy blocking, so he needs to put a guy here. A guy here? Yeah. Which he has 1 right there and 1 right there. So he could have easily, well, not easily, I guess it's 2 2+ dodges. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. So it's a single 2+ dodge to do an extra push, which would have put this guy to here, which would have meant that it would have been no dodges into a 2 2+. So he didn't quite do that as well as he could, but Still relatively safe. Now it's 3 2+s with no reroll. And he gets it. This guy doesn't get punished at all for some reason. Because, I mean, granted, he did fail 2 dice rolls where he had built-in rerolls, but your dice have been way worse. Your guy is still unconscious. Oh, and I forgot, it's Sunny, so that throw that he did was actually a 3+. Yeah, all of those were pretty good rolls. Except his catch. His pickup, but he did have the built-in reroll, and then he had the team reroll. Also, your K rolls have been dog shit. There's already been 3 touchdowns, and this guy is still unconscious. He was knocked out on turn 1. You shouldn't have 4 failures. But yeah, when it comes to one-turning, I like to just set up on this back line here. Because then, you know, it would have been several 3+ dodges tied in, as well as the 2+s. Like, it's still not that difficult to score if you can get the pushes in place, but it would have made it much more difficult than what it was. Bribes. Alright, time to start fouling. He also does a first action pickup, which is insane, but okay. Into a 3+, 2+. I mean, they both have rerolls, but still. And now he's going to try to blitz through a sidestepper. He gets the POW, though. That was super risky, though. When he could have just gone through the thrower. I guess he wanted the sideline, but still. Not gonna lie, if I was him, I would be pushing this guy off so that this guy can go foul your blitzer. Yeah, I didn't really need to go that way. I would have 100% fouled your blitzer. Where he's standing, it's not that difficult for you to block off this War Dancer and then one dice this lineman to bring him down and then hopefully get sidestep on the ball. Although I'd probably blitz his catcher down to clear a spot for your dudes to actually get through. Interesting choice. I don't hate it. That's a 3+ dodge. We're okay though. Let's see. I would tie up the War Dancer again. There you go. That's a good one. Now he's got to do 1 dice blitzes. Because he didn't move his extra players up before he did that other dodge. Into a skull. I like it. But no, then he gets rewarded. I assume now he's just going to walk it in because he has no ball safety. And no rerolls. Oh my god, your guy finally woke up. It's kind of insane to me that no one has been killed yet, which means that the kills happen now, like later. It's been a pretty light game for injuries so far. Move one adjacent square, not a bad one. Probably move that catcher directly onto the ball. Catches it on a 3+ after all. Nope. Alright, which way are we going? I assume we're going to try to knock down this catcher. Maybe? You didn't need the assist, he's strength 2. If you gave one more assist, though, it would be a 3 dice. Not that you needed it, but still, I'm just pointing that out. Man, your poor kicker, he gets knocked out in your drive, and then doesn't wake up until it's your drive again. That is some terrible luck. Alright, so at least that worked out. We got a lineman level. I would have moved the catchers first, but not the worst. Okay, I do like this foul. Kick him. Ugh. Alright, so the tree is now effectively useless, which is good. Effectively useless trees are the best trees when you're fighting them. We didn't really put enough players up here to make screening, to make it easy to do the quick score in case he screens you out. What is he doing here? Fair enough. I guess at this point, not really a huge deal giving you a shot at the thrower. Because he's lost his only reroll, so... Nice, we're doing the handoff play, which I like. I dislike this blitz because you have a blitzer right there. And this 1 and 9 would have been a success. Always use the blitzer for blitzes. I mean, it's not super likely to get 1 and 9s like that, but it does happen. And this is a terrible position to be in with a strip baller right there. He should have come from the other direction, but still, he gets it. Really good bounce for you. No, it isn't. He can puts this guy down. Okay, now it's even worse. Now it's a 4+ pickup for him. But yeah, like, it's difficult to plan around failing blocks, but you gotta be careful with some stuff. Like using your block player when you have availability to him, because that would have been a success, and you wouldn't be in this situation right now. Hey, hold on here. Was this a chain pushable thing? Let's see, where this guy is currently standing, if you blitz this guy this way, no, you don't have a player right there. Is there any way to chain push this guy off the ball? No. unfortunately. No, no chain pushes there to be had. Really, you've just had some awful, awful dice. Like, whenever there was a chance where you could have awful dice, you've had the awful dice. Okay, we do get the 2 dice. He's blodged, though, so it doesn't actually help us. But it does get him off the ball. So there's only 1 player on the ball now. Strange pick. Are we not going to pick the ball up? Honestly, I wouldn't have hated a 2 assist foul on this guy. 1 assist foul, sorry. Okay, that's a rookie catcher. Apo says, dead. That's atrocious. At least he was a rookie, but still, goddamn. Scattering a ball with you having 4 players around it, that's a hell of a play. Into a skull. That's his own fault, really. Okay, so there's quite a few ways to get out of this particular wedge. Lots of 2 dice, first off. And a 3 dice. Ooh, and the 3 dice pays off. We get a KO. No Kaz, unfortunately. Getting him out of there, though, is a pretty big deal. Removing those catchers is crucial. Nice. We do have the 2 dice on the thrower. Thrower goes down. I would have liked to follow that up, but I don't hate it, regardless. Down goes the catcher. This is a ridiculous, like, scrum. I like that foul. Oh, yeah. Get him. Niggled! Oh! Oh, that's a beauty. That's a good foul right there. A+ foul. Alright, so our catcher can come pick up the ball now. Which is great, and then... well, the strip baller's gone, so that's nice at least. Give it to a blitzer. I don't like this throw. It does work out, though. I don't like scoring on a niggled blitzer, though. Or a niggled lineman. We could have stalled it out, I think, a little bit more if you used given off to a blitzer. Because he's not getting a 2 dice on you at this point. His player wakes up, so I think we're again tied. Yep, we're 10 on 10. He has 3 turns, which is more turns than I like giving elves. Okay, so we've already had a dead catcher. Luckily, it was not our good catcher, but still. Alright, so you get it's a blitz turn, which is absolutely fantastic. We didn't really set up well for a blitz, but I think this plus move catcher can actually get under the ball. You definitely want to go base this other catcher with this player if you can, if you have the movement, which you do not, so don't do it. Okay, let's just pause here for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can get to it, but you can't touch it. I'd probably still do it. But, yeah, I mean, I think at this point, if I'm your team, I'm pretty happy that it's currently 3 and 2. Like, your dice, they've been rough. Like, you did a couple things in orders that I don't really agree with, but, like, all in all, oh, you can't get under it. I counted wrong. And then we snake the catch. So, I mean, yeah. Dice. Your dice. Okay, that's another dead. That's another realignment. Son of a bitch. There are injuries other than perms. Alright, so the thrower is going to go pick it up, but he snakes it as well. Or fails it, I should say. Okay, your guy getting stunned is not great, but there is still a world in which we can get the ball here. Let's see. Let's just look at where your dudes are set up. So, these guys aren't really in this anymore. You're going to have the 1 dice to push this guy off, which is risky as all hell. And the only 2 guys here are both throwers. Or, sorry, both linemen. So you're not going to be able to steal the ball very effectively with this catcher on the ground, unfortunately, now. Still is a world in which you can take it, though. I wouldn't mind seeing one player fall back to be a safety. What are we doing here? Gotta use your blitzer for blitzes, man. He's got blocked for a reason. I mean, that wouldn't have put us in a much better position, but it would have put you in a position to... Okay, never mind. He literally fails the next pickup. Okay, so literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so no, this guy needs to pick it up and hand off to him. I would do literally nothing else. I guess, yeah, you could use a thrower. And then you also fail to pick up. This game's just a comedy of errors. At least the thrower's okay. I think he's just going to try to gang the ball, isn't he, to stop you from scoring. Okay, then. Okay, where do we have players here? Can we make a chain push to push both of these guys off of the ball? Alright, so we got both these guys here. Let's see, we got one blitzer. Put him there. Do we have another player on this side? No, not really. Okay, there's no real easy chain push way to get him off the ball, unfortunately, so you basically just push the catcher with a 2 dice. Can you even 2 dice the catcher? That's a 1 dice. Push works. And then, I don't like this though, because it's a 3+. Now it's 2 2+s though. Which of course we failed the very last one. Okay, your dice rolls are bad. Let's look at them. So we failed 50% of our pickups. I mean, you rolled 23 1s to only 15 6s. I mean, the whole rolling more 1s is not a huge deal, but you did fail a lot of things. 5 failed catches. You literally failed every casualty roll. You failed 3 out of 4 4+s for wake up after KO, and like having him back 1 drive earlier could have been a big deal because you would have had access to kick. And that would have been the drive in which you got the blitz. So that definitely could have changed things. Your armor was okay. Your dodges were okay. I mean, you literally only failed one GFI, but it was a GFI that would have tied the game, so that feels bad, but not a huge deal. But yeah, your injury rolls were your casualty rolls, sorry, were just atrocious. So that was unfortunate. You didn't roll a lot of POWs either. You rolled a ton of both downs, which unfortunately you kept using a player that didn't have block, so it did end up in turnovers quite often for you. Look at his block dice for a second. He had similarly terrible block dice, it's just that you don't have any blodge players, so he's not as hurting. And as for dice roll, like his dice were just superior to yours for the most part, although he also sucked at pickups and injury rolls. And casualty rolls. A lot of these dice rolls are really below average for both of you. It's just yours came in like clusters, and those clusters made you lose the ball on 2 separate occasions. So yeah, that will be the end of this recap of this game. And like I said, I think you actually did play quite well. It's just that you got screwed by a couple really swingy dice rolls. Just be careful about using players that don't have block when you have access to block, because that really could have changed the course of this game.